Ever wondered how to calculate the nth term of a quadratic sequence? Let's find out. You should already know how to calculate the nth term of linear sequences, as we're going to make use of that method in this video. Generally, we say that the nth term of any quadratic sequence is of the form an squared plus bn plus c, where a, b and c are numbers that we are required to find. So let's look at an example on how we find them. Find the nth term of the following sequence, which reads 3, 7, 13 and 21. So the first step in any question to do with nth terms is to find the difference between each term. Now, as we can see, it's 4 for the first two, then it becomes 6, and then it becomes 8. Now the differences, the first differences, are irregular. This confirms that we're dealing with a quadratic sequence. Then we must find what we call is the second difference. And here the answer is plus 2. Now how does this relate to the nth term? Well, we say that a is half of the second difference. Therefore, a in this scenario is just 1. So now that we have the value of a, we know that the first term in our nth term is going to be 1n squared. Now the next step would be to write the sequence of 1n squared. Now that is of course all of the square numbers, 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on and so forth. Then above this, the next step would be to write the original sequence, which was 3, 7, 13 and 21. The reason why we do this step is because we are about to subtract the top sequence from the bottom sequence. And when we do that, we end up with the following numbers: 2, 3, 4, 5. And now all we are required is to find the linear nth term of this sequence, and that will allow us to answer the question. Now, the first difference here is 1, and that is consistent for all of the terms. So then that means that the nth term is going to be 1n, and then the term before this would be 1, which means that the full nth term of this sequence is 1n plus 1. Now, of the linear sequence you have just found, the number next to n is your b term, and the number on its own is your c term. So all that's left to do is to bring all of those together to give your final nth term for the quadratic sequence, which would be n squared plus n plus 1. And that is how we find the nth term of quadratic sequences.